Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Mittens, and you know what this is. We're back in Vanilla WoW, Phoenix Warsong server. It's been a long time coming, hasn't it? It's been a long time, just been caught up in that WOD. That WOD hype, you can't hate on it. I'm not gonna lie, retail is pretty fucking good right now. It is pretty good. I have few problems with it. I'm not even sure how many people are still really playing on this server currently. I mean, I just want to continue leveling, because that's what I said I would. I have, despite people thinking that I probably haven't, because I haven't responded to what people have said, I have heard about Kronos WoW. I've heard of that. People going on about Kronos WoW, asking if I'm going to play it. I might play it. Don't know if I'm going to play it, just because I'm spending a lot of time in retail, raiding and that. And I'm not sure how many people are going to be in the server. I might have a look, see how it goes. I mean, I enjoyed this experience. I wanted to level at a point. I don't think I'm going to level in Warsong. I don't think I'm going to raid, rather, in Warsong. But I definitely enjoy leveling vanilla style, experiencing zones I have forgotten about since Wrath. And just getting the chance to play the game again as it was. Just as if it's a different game, really. Seeing Ogrimmar as it used to be. Just awesome stuff. But I don't think I really will be raiding in vanilla. I doubt it anyway. Not on this server. But yeah, I might well try Kronos. I am definitely going to try Corecraft. Definitely going to try Corecraft. Corecraft will be coming out in the new year, 2015, and for those few people who haven't heard of Corecraft before, basically it's a Blizz like the Burning Crusade server, and I think it's only proper that once we completed the leveling series of the of vanilla, we try out the Burning Crusade. But I do think I will probably play Kronos WoW at some point in time. I think I will, if not just for the experience of doing a little bit of raiding, even if it's just Soul Garoba or Molten Core, whatever, in the vanilla WoW, the bit that I didn't experience in retail. And as for Corecraft, I really do think I'll play a character. And what to play? What to play in the Burning Crusade server? I'm not sure. It's an open question. My current thoughts are probably either a warrior or a rogue. Probably rogue, because I've done warrior and I play a warrior in retail, so I might go rogue. Might go rogue, if not just for the pursuit of Warglaze, because why not? But yeah, spending a lot of time, excuse for the sniffle by the way, I've got a bit of a cold, but yeah, spending a lot of time in retail at the moment, because WoW's going really well. What are we going to be doing today? Because I'm not going to be editing it, I'm not going to be clipping down and doing loads of things. This is going to be more just a straight up video showing where I'm at in the playthrough, because I think the last time I showed a video I was at level 30 or something like that. I'm level 35 now. It's been a while since I played. But yeah, we're moving on, and where are we going today? We are going to Desolace. It's a new place, haven't done any recording there. I'm not even sure if I leveled in Desolace. I think I did once before Cataclysm, because Desolace was never really a cool zone, but you know, I just want to see how it is. What is this? Is that Regthar? No. Where's Regthar Deathgate at? He's the guy I've got to see. Bunkers west of the crossroads, so this way. And then 5 levels from now, mount time, hype. Getting that wolf mount. But yeah, I mean, I'll have to at some point have a look around. I mean, if I just /who.org, see who's in there. Yeah, there's people in Orgrimmar. I get the feeling that a lot of people who were committed to vanilla, either at the time of retail or just in terms of this server, aren't really going to leave. Even if WoD, as it is doing really well, bringing loads of subscribers back, even if everybody's telling them it's a great game. And I can understand that really, because I mean, even whilst I've been doing my raiding in WoD, there's times where I just have nothing to do when I've been doing my garrison missions or whatever, or when a raid's over, and I just think, you know, would really like to be playing vanilla right now. Because as I've said in previous videos, vanilla WoW has a sort of RPG quality to it that modern WoW doesn't seem to have. I don't know whether it's the huge numbers of players in really social guilds, being known on the server, having to travel to instances, the way questing was. It's just far more like the original Warcraft games. There's a far more fantasy basis. You don't... I don't think in the modern game there's as much of a suspension of disbelief as there is in this game. Like, you can you can really feel for a moment in vanilla. You can really feel as though you're caught up in this fantasy world, and I think that it harkens back to an age where people who played these games were far more intent on just, you know, being a niche community rather than now where it's just a mass marketed game. I don't know. Maybe I'm just rambling, but these are my views. So yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna continue the playthrough of this at least until I level 60. Maybe beyond. Maybe I'll do some dungeons. Maybe I'll see if there's a guild that wants me or whatever. I know that there've been quite a few people who want to add me on the server. Like, that's not me saying that to like boast or anything. I don't profess to be a big channel or whatever. But yeah, I'll have to add a few of the people who want to add me. Just because why not? You know, I mean, it's one of those games where you do a lot of group work. Like whether it's instances or raiding, you need to make friends, and you do make friends, and that's kind of the best part about vanilla. You make a lot of friends in the process. Where we gotta go? Kill Centaur. Kolkar of Desolace. That's the Barrens. I don't want to go to the Barrens. The Kolkar Centaur live in Desolace, and they're forced to spread into the Barrens. As long as the Centaur are strong in Desolace, they will always be as a threat. It's time we rid ourselves of the threat. Speak with Felga to Ghostwalker post in Desolace. I shall do so, Regthar. Yeah, so I'll be continuing this playthrough at least to level 60. That's basically what I'm trying to say through my ramblings. I will be continuing the playthrough. How do I get to Desolace? Desolace is there. I have to go through Stone Talon, don't I? And if I'm correct, I think, yeah, I have to go this way. Anyway, let's go on a bit of a journey. Yeah, so I will be definitely continuing this playthrough, just because I do get serious nostalgia. As some people have agreed, and some people have mentioned on the videos, particularly the private server review, a lot of people think that the one major downside of private servers, and I've seen YouTubers who strictly are against private servers mention this, is that it is never the real thing. Even if it's this close, even like now, this could be a video from 8 years ago, 10 years ago, you wouldn't know. But it isn't the real thing all the same. Like, you don't feel that you're caught up in the progress. Like, at least with WoD, despite its flaws, even though I think it's a good game, even though I'm enjoying WoD as it is, despite the flaws, and by the flaws I'm referring to things such as the fact that you don't really get the chance to have that huge immersion as you used to have, despite the fact that it's such more of an accessible game. There's no real majesty and epicness to the world, because I mean, look at me, I'm having to go on this massive run adventure, you know. Because of that, there's none of that sense of majesty in WoD, and I don't know, it's possibly ease of access. I mean, ease of access for me is not always a good thing, and I think that that's one of the few things that I have a problem with in WoD, is that I feel that you're kind of told what to do. Like, for example, with the legendary quest, you're told exactly what to do. You can get loot for the legendary quest from doing Highmore and LFR. But yeah, I mean, I don't have that many problems with WoD, and despite the problems, what I'm getting on with is, despite the problems of WoD, a simple fact is that we don't know what's going to come afterwards. You can speculate there's going to be a raid to do with the Dark Portal or whatever, but you are caught up in the progress of the game. And that, I remember that when that was the case in Wrath, I remember it was the case in BC, I remember it was the case in Kata, and so on and so on. But right now, I know exactly what's going to be released on this server. Like, this server is really near the end of its life in terms of content releasing. The only thing left to be released is Kel'Thuzad. And the only reason why Phoenix haven't released Kel'Thuzad is because they don't want people to kill him and then think, what am I going to do now? And half the people to leave, half the raiders, who make up the majority of players on the server, I would say, the raiders. I know exactly what's going to be released on any vanilla server, any TBC server. That's kind of the one drawback. You know what the content will be. You may have already done it, for example, and you know that's just something you've got to maybe deal with. That's something you've got to maybe accept as the sacrifice, the price to pay for playing this really awesome content from the past. Or you've got to say, you know what, it's not for me. Regardless of whether you think it's like legally moral, I don't really see how it's a moral thing, but regardless of whether you think it's good or bad to be playing on a private server, you've got to ask yourself, am I really getting the satisfaction from a private server that I would have gotten from the game at that period in time? And for me, it's yes and no. Yes, in the sense of I feel like I'm playing vanilla, but no, because I know that I'm not. It's kind of like you you feel just as good, but it's slightly tempted because you know it's not the actual real thing. You know, it's like for example, if you're driving a car that looks really good but isn't a really good car, like a toy car or whatever, you know, these kit cars people get, you know, you feel good because you're driving the car that looks nice, but at the same time you know it's not a good car. That's a crap analogy, but I hope you get what I mean, and that's just one of the things that happens when you play private service. But I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna level to max on this character, and then we'll see how it goes. I'll definitely be playing the Corecraft server. I think that kind of got this feeling when I played on what's it called, Emerald Dream on my Warrior for the vanilla Let's Play that I did on the Warrior. I felt that kind of sense of that it was the real thing a bit more because it was more new, so there were a lot of people doing the content and it felt like it was a newly released game. I definitely think that'll be the case when Corecraft comes out, if not just because of the fact that it's new, also because of the fact that so many people are going to be playing Corecraft, and that's not me like overhyping it. Corecraft has been on the market, on the know for a long time. I first heard of Corecraft in probably late 2012, and it's been in development and it will soon be released, and I think that there are hundreds if not thousands of people, probably thousands, who will want to get into Corecraft. I anticipate queues. I mean, I've seen queues on Emerald Dream of 400 plus people. Corecraft will have queues of thousands. I would expect that, unless the server is built to handle a lot of players. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing Corecraft. I'm really enjoying WoD. I'm enjoying raiding in WoD. I think the problem that I have with WoD is that I've been playing WoW for so many years that things like leveling, or even professions, or whatever, heroics, PvP, anything except new raids where I can get that thrill of killing a boss for the first time with people who are my friends. Everything except that doesn't really have a thrill for me. And the reason why I get that thrill more with vanilla, I think, is because it harkens back to a time when I did get the thrill. Like, the last time I experienced doing this leveling content was back in Wrath, which was really 6 years ago. And that was a period where I was still, believe it or not, in the honeymoon phase of the game. Despite joining the Burning Crusade, was still in the honeymoon phase of the game. So I enjoyed every moment of it, and I think that's why I enjoy this so much. I at no point grew bored of leveling at this stage of the game. And also because, I don't know, I feel you've got to explore more. I feel like you've got to explore more, and as somebody who played Warcraft 3 before playing WoW, and I think a lot of players from the RTS games would agree with me, there is a far greater sense that this game, the game up to and including Wrath of the Lich King, is the game of Warcraft 3. Warcraft 2 and Warcraft 3, but mainly Warcraft 3 and the Frozen Throne. There is a feeling that this game, graphically, in terms of the characters, the questing style, and when I talk about the questing style, I'll be talking specifically about for example, the Ashbringer questline, or the questing or the raids of Blackwing Lair, or the raids of Naxxramas especially, and questing in places like Eastern Plaguelands and stuff like that. That really is. And old Orgrimmar as well, definitely. That really is, in my opinion, what made WoW WoW. And I mean every word of this. I know it sounds like I'm rambling, but I'm serious. The older game, up to and including Wrath, was far more reflective of the RTS games, which is why a lot of people started playing WoW. I mean, if you read stories or if you talk to people who are vanilla players, you'd be surprised how many of them started playing purely based off the enjoyment of Warcraft 3. And you can't forget, Warcraft 3 was a massive RTS game, massive game in its own right, voted one of the best RTSs of all time, my personal favourite of all time, because of the modding, the multiplayer, and the amazing storyline and characters such as Arthas and Illidan. So yeah, that's another reason why I love this game, because I am an MMO fan, but even more so than that, I am an RPG fan, and WoW is an RPG game, or was, not so much now. Not so much now, sadly. And people might ask me, why do I say that? Probably because in today's WoW, to get the most out of your class, you can probably learn to master a class. Master it fully, I would say, in about 6 months. In classic WoW, for you to fine-tune everything, for you to get the professions that you would have needed in classic WoW up to a high, for you to really know your class, for you to bond with your class, you needed to be playing for years. And not only would you be playing for years, but also you would grow a bond with that character. And I know, because I remember growing bonds with my characters, because of how difficult the content was, and how people would identify you based on your character, where you actually felt that the character was more than just a simple toon in the game. It was like an embodiment of your gaming avatar, that sort of thing. I remember when I had my paladin in the Burning Crusade, I played a human paladin, fuck that, Horde for life. I really did feel like this was some of the best gaming experience I've ever had. So. But yeah, enough of the bullshit and enough of the rambling and the ranting about the benefits and disadvantages of the present and past game. So what are we going to be doing as we go through the Charred Vale, which in Cataclysm I believe is completely on fire rather than just charring? We're going to go through to Desolace, and we have finally just about arrived. I'm sorry that it took us so long to get here. But what we will be doing in Desolace is trying to get to level 40, and then after that I think we are probably going to go to maybe Stranglethorn, do a little bit of Stranglethorn, and then I really want to go to the Plaguelands, because, and by the way, I'm reading Rise of the Lich King at the moment by Christy Golden. Really good book, really loving it. The bit, for people who've read it, where Jaina is talking about Arthas in like the present day of Wrath, and talking about how she misses Arthas, and people are trying to remind her that he's not Arthas anymore, he's the Lich King. Awesome, loved it. Is that Rexxar? Unexpected. Oh my god, it is as well. It's Rexxar. Did not expect that. That is awesome. That is really awesome. Anyway, I know roughly where Ghostwalker Post is. It's somewhere in the middle, so we'll go there. Anyway, reading Rise of the Lich King just made me think a little bit about the Plaguelands, and how one of my favourite things in WoW is the Scourge, because it's such a unique to WoW thing. I mean, I know that there are things like Game of Thrones where they have the Whites and the others and stuff like that, and obviously there are loads and loads of like books and there's literature where it's all about like the dead and things like that, but I think the way the Scourge was handled and the idea of the Lich King was very, very unique to WoW. Very unique and very well done, and I really liked it. So yeah, I definitely want to go to the Plaguelands, and I would really, I'm not gonna lie, I know I said I wouldn't raid, and it's mainly because of the fact that I have like a raiding guild in WoD, but I would really like to go into Nax. I would really love to step into Nax, and just see if it's as difficult as people say. Thunderaxe Fortress is there. Ghostwalker Post, I believe, is far to the south. Let's have a look at what. Yeah, these mobs are a bit low for us, yeah. Let me just see how easy it is to kill a mob, and also just so that you guys can hear more than the sound of my voice. Here we go. Yeah, not bad. It feels weird having quested in modern WoW to then come back and quest in vanilla, because it just takes so long to do anything. To kill like a mob, and I'm like on 3/4 health. Oh man. This is insane. Oh shit, I should probably put Flame Tongue on, God's sake. Leveling as a resto chamois. I can say this for a fact, I would not be doing this if this was 1x rates. People have complained about me playing on the 1x rate server rather than going straight, sticking with Emerald Dream. It's because people want to know the main reason why, and this might piss some people off. It's because I was playing on Emerald Dream on my warrior, and it was taking me like half an hour of in-game time really grinding hard to get from like 25 to 26. Didn't really have time for that, to be honest. That wasn't really a fun thing, and I'm not going to do something that isn't fun. I'll probably come back to the warrior, perhaps, but this is just far more streamlined for me. Despite the good points of vanilla WoW, its pacing wasn't its strong point. I think most vanilla WoW players would admit that. The pacing of questing and your leveling was not really that fun at all. Although challenge is a different thing entirely. I do love a challenge. I just think that the thing about WoW, and it's always been the case, even in vanilla, is that the old talent trees, so much preferential. So much preferential. Prefer it so much to the old, to the new ones rather. But yeah, what was I going to say? Excuse me. Yeah, the problem with WoW is that there's never been that much of a reward in terms of character development. Like, if you look at a game like Skyrim, or even Oblivion, not so much Morrowind, because Morrowind's kind of an older game, but, voice break. If you look at, say, Skyrim, with its, the way you, like, level, and how you can really feel character development just by using your abilities and stuff, that's something that I wish had been the case in WoW. Like, for example, if I, rather than, like, ranking up Lightning Bolt by paying money, if it was just the case of the more I used abilities, the better they became, I'd like it. The only problem is that in a single-player game, you can do whatever you want, but in a competitive MMO, where you're going to be expected to raid, people would therefore expect you to use abilities that you're going to be needing in the raid, which is understandable, I guess. But anyway, here we are. Who do I have to speak to? Felger Two Cuts. That's a great name, by the way. Not gonna lie. That sounds like an orc name. I really like old orcs, like old Orgrimmar orcs, you know, like the Sourfang style. Here he is, before the days of Garrosh and like the wannabe badasses. You know, fuck that shit. Here we go. What do you have for me? The Kolkar are not only the only centaur of the Desolace. Many clans, or is this the thing with the Gurgin, or whatever they're called, the, Gherkin? There was two tribes in there. There's the Kolkar and the Gelkar or something like that. Count Des's head to Felger Two Guts. Magram. Gelkis, that's the one. To beat the centaur, we must use their hatred against them. We will ally with one of the clans to choose to ally with the Magram and slay their foes the Gelkis. This will earn you the respect on the Magram. When you earn enough, then meet the Magram spokesman in Warog. You know, fuck it, I'm killing the Gelkis. I don't even remember what their names are. And I need to grind. But, yeah. Herbs down there? What herbs? Grave moss. Sounds grim. This is going to be a long episode, isn't it? Because I spent so little time actually doing anything other than talking. People are going to be like, your voice is annoying! And your face is fucked up. And that isn't me compliment fishing. That's just... it's just the way it is. Anyway. Okay, gotta kill Gelkis. Khan Des Hepper. That sounds like some kind of like rap name. The smell of cooked fish. If I've got a fish, I don't want a fish. The trolls at Shadowprey Village. I want to know. Are the Shadowprey trolls Darkspear? I was always wondering. Are they? I assume they are. I assume it's like an outpost of trolls. I don't really need any of that, but they can probably sell quite well. See, that's the thing that I like about vanilla. Asking me to do a quest based around fishing doesn't even know if I have fishing. I really like that. Just because it just, not only would that encourage me to want to do fishing, but it's far more of a role-playing game thing. It's like, oh, you could do some fishing to do a quest. Some people might find it boring, some people might think I'm like a boring asshole, but it's just the stuff that I like. I like that sort of thing. Demon infestation does not occur without other influences. Something else allows evil to gain a foothold. You're damn right. It may start with a weakened spirit, a needless desire for power. Perhaps this is the thirst for revenge, or the appeal for final justice. Ties have been made between the demons and the Burning Blade, and Thrall, not Garrosh, not that asshole, or not Thrall with the fucking sleeveless overcoat, real Thrall, wants us to kill stuff. Quest request looks full. I'll come back for it later. Magram Alliance. Where's the other one that I've got to do? I thought I had to kill Depthaz. Yeah, that's the one. Where is it that he's at? The Kolkar village is northeast of here. So, somewhere in that direction. Ghost Wolf, lifesaver. I would not want to be living without that 40% increased speed. Okay, we will go and we will kill the centaur. I will end the video after we kill the centaur, and don't worry, I will do another one straight after it and upload it as soon as it's done, because I know people are probably going to be bored by a video where like 60% of it was just me running about and talking, and I know that it's probably wiser to... fuck off. I know it's probably wiser to edit the videos like I've been doing in the past, like just take loads of clips and put them together. That takes a hell of a long time to do, and it means that the videos take ages between the two. And also, like, this way you get the sense of how the game actually runs. So we'll do this for a bit. If major hate is given, well, there's a G to do. Anyway, I think that's them up there. I think the Kolkar, the Kolkar, right? And then after that I will do a bit of EverQuest, even though EverQuest is like, it's old school. I'll just say that, it's old school. Take from that what you will. Is this the place? Or is this the place where the goblin is? There's a goblin guy, isn't there? Yeah, that's the goblin guy. Okay, Cormac's hut's there. So I assume maybe the Kolkar are somewhere over here. Vanilla questing, I have missed thee. Right, Sargeron, or whatever it's called, is over there in the corner, is it not? I think. But these thingies should be somewhere, these centaurs should be somewhere around here. Whoa! Keep the fudge away from me, mate. Okay. Where are we going? Sargeron's over there. I thought we were supposed to go to a Kolkar village, but where the hell is it? Northeast of Ghostwalker Post, which is like there, so surely it's somewhere around here. Or maybe things were different here before. Maybe Sargeron no longer exists. I think it probably does. Right. Over here, perhaps, in this corner. Yeah, there's Sargeron. And I reckon the centaur probably somewhere over here. Yes, no? Kolkar village. Kolkar village, any takers? Is the other quest, by the way, in Sargeron? Because if it is, we can go there. The quest that I didn't get. We'll just discover Sargeron first, and then we'll have a little bit of a search. Just checking that I got my compass points right now. Right, that's Sargeron. Right. So, surely, if Ghostwalker Post was here, it's either there or there. Right, we'll go south. We'll try south first. This is what I have to deal with. This is what I have to deal with in playing Vanilla WoW. And I love it. I do love it. I love this, like, the fact that I have to search out, like, where to go and stuff like that. It's not the worst pains of vanilla leveling, I'm not gonna lie. Having to find where to actually quest. But it's definitely one of the pains. Right. So, if we're going down here, but I do love it, I'm not gonna lie, I do love it. I think there we are, I see a centaur hut. We're making progress. I do love this, I'm not gonna lie. Every time I step into vanilla. Right, okay. Totems down. Lightning bolt. Start killing him. I really need some better armor. The reason why I'm dying so fast, by the way, isn't because necessarily of vanilla hardness. It's more a combination of that and the fact that because we're on 12 times leveling rates, we don't get gear very easily. Like, for example, these leather braces are probably better. Yeah, by a large margin. That's the sort of thing that I'm talking about. Like, see, if you have a look at my armor currently, 7.3% defense. You know? That's why it's good to do older, like, lower level questing. But yeah. There's that and the fact that it costs money to get the updated spells. Yeah, and bear in mind that these are mobs which are 4 levels lower than me, but yeah. Okay. We have to kill a chief. I bet the chief's really hard to kill as well. I'm just going to eat this wild hog. Wild hog shank. Shank. Prison rules. Right. There we go. Kolkar Battle Lord. That is pretty cool. I think the chief's in this hut here, the big one, so I'll assassinate him. I'll come in real stealth. I move real stealth, as Ice Cube would say. I should probably put the lightning shield on, but I don't know whether or not it's just a mana waste. Nah, maybe. May as well. There we go. Yeah. How much damage does it do on impact? 10%, I think. Maybe. No, 2%. Fuck that. Die. Boom. I love that. Just that burn. And you're gone. Eat the fish. This Bagon, or whatever it's called, I can't even remember what the name of this add-on was, but it's really good. Really useful. Okay. There we go. Oh shit, I probably need mana. Fuck it. Fuck it. Just drink. I'm a bloody thingy. I can make more stuff. Alchemist. Kolkar Destroyer. Right, let's butcher this guy. Searing Totem 3. Best totem. Am I missing? Oh god, I forgot about miss and hit. Old school. Come on. Come on, dude, help a brother out. Don't make me pop a potion. Don't make me pop a potion. Right, there we go. At least I've got a lot of silk cloth. That'll probably sell for a fair bit. Not that I would know. Anyway, time to sit. Although I should probably just... Nah. I've got to recover mana anyway, so I may as well not. Probably worth popping a Troll's Blood potion though. Because why not? I've got enough. Strong Troll's Blood potion too. My alchemy is actually really high if I have a look at it. Is it up there? Yeah. 150 out of 150 for this level is pretty good. My alchemy is actually higher than my herbalism, which is not that bad. I don't think that's that bad. So yeah. Okay, let me see if I can just sneak a peek. Nope, I'm not going to be able to sneak a peek. I'm going to kill the Destroyer, and I bet there's going to be 2 mobs in there. Khan Deptzer. 35, he's not elite, is he? No, I think he's got homies. No, might not. If he's just level 35, I could probably kill him, because I'll pop a potion in the middle of the fight. And I'll probably pop Blood Fury. Blood Fury, yeah. Right. Won't need full mana for this, I don't think. If I just sneak round and... Yeah. Who's in there with him? Is he just by himself? Yeah, he's just by himself. Okay. Here we go. Let's get the kill quick before that other mob respawns. Oh yeah, we're doing damage here. That's what I'm talking about. Kill him before half health. No, and he took out so much health there. Alright then. How are we going? I've got a bit of gold. I mean, I don't have any alts, so that's quite a bit of gold. That's 3 gold though. 3 gold. 3 of them. Not 2, not 1, not 4, because that's just mad. 3 gold. Flies around the corpse. Can I get a shout out for the Stein? For the Waterloo theme tankard. Right. Okay. He's not an elite, is he? He's got a shitload of health. He does have a shitload of health. But I have potions. I do have potions, that is true. I should probably wait until I get full mana and full health before I do this. Base melee attack power. Well, he's going to be... I'm pretty sure he's going to come into melee range, so it should be fine. Okay. Let's get that on first. Right, here we go. Why have I just put down another fucking Searing Totem? I've just completely negated the necessity for that. Completely negated the use of Blood Fury there by activating it before in range. Oh my god. He does the damage. I bet he pops a potion. Bet he pops a potion. Can he pop a potion? I might not even need to use a potion. And that's how it's done. That is how it's done. I'll take your head, we'll hand it in, and that shall be a nice roundup to this episode. This extra long episode just to remind people that I'm still playing, and I intend to play more, because I am on my holidays now, and I played Vanilla WoW last Christmas. Really enjoyed it. Watched a bit of Breaking Bad in the background. I'll be doing that this Christmas. So yeah, let's go and return this. In fact, to save people a huge palaver of me running all the way back to Ghostwalker Post, I will just get to a safe area, if such a thing exists in Desolace. You wouldn't think so, given the name. I'll just maybe get up here, avoid the aggro, hide somewhere in this really beautiful landscape. This should do fine, although there are patrols on the roads in Vanilla, I shouldn't forget. And, okay, I will say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, even though I rambled a lot and it took a long time to get here. I hope you enjoy this style of doing it, so you get to just go along with me, and I hope you stay tuned for the next episode, which should be coming very soon. Thank you. I'll see you later.